I'm going to tell you a teaching that really makes the enemy mad, boy. The enemy hates the teaching of the rapture of the church. Jesus himself, not Ty Jackson, Jesus himself said that his return would be like the ancient Jewish wedding. That is what Jesus said. Don't believe me? Go read Matthew chapter 25. You'll see the parable of the 10 virgins, the 5 wise and 5 foolish. That is literally the ancient Jewish wedding. And in the ancient Jewish wedding, during the time period of the betrothal, guess what would happen? The bridegroom would go to his father's house to prepare a place for the bride to stay. Jesus makes mention that in his father's house is many mansions, and he goes to prepare a place for us, and he's going to come back to receive us unto himself. That's literally what it is. And then guess what? When the bridegroom would come out, as you see in Matthew 25, there would be a trumpet sound, right, preceding him, and then he would come get his bride in an hour that she didn't know. That's 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 16 through 18. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven at the shout, the voice of an archangel, at the trump of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first, and those that are alive and remain will be caught up together to meet the Lord in the air. So shall we ever be with the Lord. Therefore comfort one another with these words. My friends, the rapture is 100% biblical. And for those of you that say, well, the term rapture is not in the Bible, if you go to the Latin Vulgate translation, because you know the Bible's not only in English, it was first started, of course, in Greek and Hebrew and Aramaic, but then it was translated, into English. But you have other translations, right? And you have one translation called the Latin Vulgate translation that has the word rapture in it, and that is where we get our word, or it's connected to our word rapture. Also, some of you may say, well, that's not in the original Hebrew and Greek. Well, neither is the term the Bible, but you call it the Bible. Call it the great catching away. Call it the return of the Lord, whatever you want to call it, but it's happening.